Kickstart Social was an accident. I never woke up and said, I want to have a digital marketing agency. As a physical therapist, I was always very clinical. I remember with doing a lot of the entrepreneurial things that I had done with Instagram and coaching. One of my first clients was an IV hydration nurse from Alpharetta, Georgia, and she asked me to do some content for her for social media. And she said, I hate doing social media, I hate it. And so I faked it until I made it. And I said, that's what I do for a living. And she was my first client. And I got a dentist in Santa Monica also who was looking for an influencer actually, which was kind of a God wink. She found me on an influencer network somewhere in Santa Monica. And she said, I think I need an influencer for my biologic dentistry brand. And I said, you don't need an influencer. You need better content. So both of those healthcare practitioners kind of launched me into doing content, social media. And the nurse practitioner introduced me to her kind of audience and her mentorship program that she was a part of, which opened a door for me to several other nurse practitioners. I just started gaining traction. And then all of the people that I was working with, all of these beautiful nurse practitioners, they did IV hydration, they did medical aesthetics, they did post-op recovery care, and they needed to run ads. And I pushed back on that for the longest time because Meta and Facebook and Instagram from a marketing perspective is such a beast. And another God wink, some email marketing funnel that I had, a couple that did med spa marketing found me and said, hey, if you're doing social media content, we may be able to have a collaboration here. We have clients that we do ads for, but we don't do social media. So I bit the bullet and I hired them to teach me the ropes on how to do Instagram ads and Facebook ads. And my very first client, who was the IV hydration nurse practitioner, let me use her business account as a kind of a dummy account because of the trust that I had with these beautiful women. They let me learn how to grow my business. So I just developed into a full stack agency. We do social media, we do design, we do websites, we do ads, we do influencer management as well. And we launch campaigns in that way. Being a mom and an entrepreneur has been an exercise in throwing spaghetti against the wall, seeing what sticks and seeing what doesn't stick. But the biggest gift in my life is having children. And I started late. I had my son when I was 43 and I had my daughter 6 weeks before my 49th birthday. And it's been a definite balance. Do I feel guilty? Of course I do. Do I feel guilty while my fiance and my son are watching monster trucks or whatever they're watching? I do. But I also left my job as a full-time director of rehab and said, I'm jumping into this full